What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Ross the Tar Heel, and welcome to the Thursday night $550 score prediction and call-in show. Appreciate you guys hanging out with your boy at 9 p.m. I promise you that we're not going to be too long tonight because, one, I got a 16-hour workday tomorrow. I got to be up and at work at 5 a.m. And we have a football game tomorrow at 10:30 that I'm going to be live for. So it's going to be like a 24-hour day, literally 24 hours. I feel like I'm back in the Army doing CQ or something like that. You know, just 24-hour watch, man. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with your stinking boy, dude. Let me get a sound check real quick. Make sure everything sounds halfway decent. I got to turn this up just a little bit. Long week, bro. Long stinking week, and I'm glad that it's coming to an end. I'm glad it's stinking coming to an end, and we're gonna end this thing with some daggone Carolina football. But rules. If this is your first time for the score prediction and call-in show, the only rules are there are two rules. Okay, can barely hear me. Let me try to get that fixed real quick. Let me know when it sounds a little bit better. Should be sounding pretty good. Hold on. Try something real quick. What's up, DJ? Good to see you, bro. Everybody's saying they can barely hear me.
Let me try to fix it. How about now? I got a ton of reverb right now, dude. How about now? Can you hear me a little bit better now? Don't talk about Fight Club. Here, I'm going to use this, man. You guys should be able to hear me right now, dude. So, is that a little bit better? All right, bet. So, like I said, man, appreciate you guys hanging out with your stinking boy, dude. $550 score prediction and call-in show. The only two rules are that you have to be subscribed to the daggum channel, and you got to call into the daggum show so that you can announce your score prediction to the entire stinking world. If you predict the score right, I'm going to send you $550, man. And this is the second year that we've done this. We've only had one winner, and that is yours truly, I think, which was week 3 of last year when I picked the central score. Somehow backed my way into that one, man. But, yeah, we have a good time, dude. And, you know, like I said, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and call into the show, and you got a chance to win $550. So, very interesting week, dude. It's been an absolutely tumultuous week at the Keenan Football Center. I've kind of tried to bite my tongue a little bit and just kind of watch how all this is playing out. I'm hearing a lot of mixed stories from, you know, both sides of the pendulum, if you will. A lot of negativity and a lot of over here, like, hey, it's a whole bunch of stinking smoke, but there's really no fire. So I don't know what the heck to actually stink and believe right now. Gene said there's an echo. So we're just gonna have to stink and watch this thing play out, dude, and go from there. I don't stink and know, man. But I'm really excited to watch Carolina football tomorrow. They travel out west, obviously. You know, and maybe it's just good that we get away from the East Coast, man. Get far away, go over there to stinking, you know, the West Coast, and see if we can handle some stinking business. What's up, Bosco? We got DJ Ray in the stinking house, man. Gene is in the house. Steve and Chris were the first two in here, and I got my man Preston from Greensboro in the house. So you guys know what we do. I'm going to go through real quick, man, just a quick briefing. And, you know, we'll look at the weather and all that kind of stuff because I'm a stinking old man at heart. So if you happen to be going to the Cal, North Carolina game up there in Berkeley, at about 7 p.m., it's going to be 64 degrees, mostly clear with a 5-mile-per-hour wind. A little chilly, if you will. I know y'all boys up there in Chapel Hill, maybe this is kind of par for the course. But it's going to be a little chilly once that sun goes down, man. And it'll dip down into the upper 50s. Pretty daggum good football weather, if I might say so myself. Let me get that off the screen, dude, so you guys don't have to look at that. But pretty daggum good football weather. No rain expected or anything. So, we'll see what happens, dude. Carolina's going with the same away uniform that they've been going with the entire season. White top, white breeches, Carolina blue helmet, and I'm kind of surprised a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't be at the lack of change. We've seen two uniforms this year, both of them white breeches, and we've alternated between the Carolina blue top and the white top, and we still haven't even seen the white helmet. So I'm pretty sure that this is just going to be, you know, Carolina's thing, which I like the Carolina blue helmet more anyway. And we go over here. Actually, it's kind of interesting to me, to say the least. Cal started off as 12.5-point favorites. I think it dipped down to 9.5, then went back up to 10.5, and now ESPN Bets has the spread at 8.5. So I think that they've, for whatever reason, thought that this is going to be a little bit tighter of a football game than maybe a lot of people originally anticipated. And I think it has the makings to actually be a fairly competitive game if Carolina can actually put some stuff together, if you will. All reports that I've heard is that Gio Lopez is practicing. And I would say that if he's practicing, there's a really good chance that he gets the nod. He is listed on the unofficial depth chart as QB1 right now. So, you kind of might want to take that into consideration, or maybe not if you're going to call into the show and make a daggone prediction. But that's kind of what we got right now. Obviously, Thaddeus Dixon is out for an unknown amount of time. I think with an upper body injury, if I'm not mistaken, but he's not going to be available for this game. So that's a huge, huge miss that we're going to have. But we'll see how its thinking goes, dude. Excellent opportunity, man. I feel like, to be completely honest with you, just to give you a little back fill on, how I feel going into this football game right now is, I don't know if I've ever gone into a game and really not known, the temperature of the team more than this week. I mean, I really have no idea where these guys stink and stand. I don't know what's going on in the locker room. I don't know what's going on with the coaching staff. I'm just hearing stuff from so many different points of views. So many people feel like they got their finger on this thing. And it's kind of hard to gauge. And we're really not going to know until Carolina steps out on the football field Friday night. And, we see if this team can come together and do some good things together, man. It'll be an interesting night tomorrow. I really do, man. If you can, take yourself a stinking nap. All right, if I can work 16 hours, all right, and then come here and hang out with y'all boys for 3.5, you can do the same thing, man. So I'm expecting to see y'all boys here Friday night, dude, hanging out with your guy as we watch Carolina on the stinking West Coast. And thank God this will be the only time that we have to do that, at least on the football side of things this year. So a lot of interesting comments in here already about my guys thinking Gio. So you guys kind of know how I feel about that, man. But regardless of where that goes, whoever they decide to try it out there, man, I'm just hoping that they put together, a decent game plan. They schedule that game plan, to the best of that quarterback's thinking abilities. And, hopefully from there, we can watch them put together an actual competitive game against a P4 team and maybe even win the daggum game, man. I mean, obviously, that is the name of the game. We're not looking for moral victories, even as bad as Carolina's been thus far. But we shall see, man. So, like I said, you guys have, if you haven't already, man, go and watch the preview show. Little skit in there and everything. I'll give you guys my take on the game, and I think it's pretty consistent throughout Tar Heel Nation that we got to see a reason to be hopeful for us to be picking Carolina. But I really do want to know what you guys think about this one, man. So without further ado, man, the phone lines are open. Give me a call. Phone number is down on the bottom, 919-590-3514. Call into the show and let me know what you think about this daggone football game. And give me your score prediction, man. Let me know how you think this thing ends. Can we turn the Can we turn the tide starting on the West Coast at Cal? Or is this just going to be um, status quo, if you will, where we're getting thumped 38-45 to 10? I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm cautiously optimistic that at least we'll be competitive. I don't think that Cal is nearly obviously as good as a Clemson team or anything like that. Um, but we'll see. We shall stink and see, man. So 919-590-3514. Give me a call, man, and let me know you guys' score prediction. I've heard from a couple of different outlets while we're waiting for somebody to call into the show about basically how there are people on the inside that don't have a lot of good things to say about what's going on, and so what's going on, baby? You're on the phone with us. Who am I speaking to? My man. What's up, Press? Is it not? What? Okay, well, you put the phone number in the comments section. I have no idea why that is, but yeah, put that phone number down there in the comments section. I'll fix that later. So I got you guys calling all the stinking wrong people. My bad. 3514. Okay, good night. I don't even know my stinking own number. So anyway, y'all make sure you call. I was wondering why I wasn't getting any phone calls. Anyway, yeah. What you got, Press? 21-20. 21-20. Preston says 21-20. I hear a lot of people in here, man. Unfortunately, they're saying I'm all jacked up. Apparently, uh, they say that they can't hear the stinking call. I'm trying to fix it, boys. But yeah, Preston said 21-20 if they listen to Russ's rant. I hear you, brother. I stinking hear you. Preston's never gonna stink and go against the Heels, man. All right, brother. I appreciate you, man. All right, Press. Thanks, man. All right, later. Yeah, so let me change this daggum number real quick and let me find out why in the stinking world 3514. I'm an idiot. Forgive me. I'm what you got though, so you gotta love me. You gotta stinking love me. Nick with the $1.99, man. Let me get you up here on the stinking on the leaderboard, Nick. Good to see you, brother. Good to stinking see you, man. I appreciate you with the $1.99, bro. And then let me try to fix this daggum thing so that everybody can hear. It's late. It's been a long day. I'm just a simple man. So I appreciate you, Nick. I appreciate you, big dog. Um, so 919-590-3514. All right, Preston fixed it down there. I got it fixed on the screen as well. And I'm trying to find out why in the world microphone ringing speakers. Do. That's weird, man. See, this is why you don't let anybody mess with your computer, because things start getting stinking broken. What's going on, baby? You're on the phone with Russ. Who am I speaking to? Chris, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Just living the dream, man. Yeah, 100%, bro. What you got for me? Cal 27, Carolina 16. Okay. Yeah, I know, man. It's one of those things where they're gonna have to show you, right? Yeah, yeah, 100%. Now, if they trot out Max Johnson in this football game, do you think that that changes anything, or are you still kind of right, 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 right. And I agree with you, brother. I 100% agree with you. I'm a little surprised if they trot him out there. But it's kind of one of those things where I mean, what are you going to do? We got to wait and see if he can get it done, right? We're going to root for him either way. He's wearing Carolina blue. Oh, right. We want to be wrong, right? We want to be wrong. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Chris. Absolutely, brother. Well, I appreciate you calling in, man. And I'm still trying to fix this thing. Unfortunately, nobody on here thus far has been able to to hear your beautiful voice. So but I got you locked in at 27-16. The world knows. And and we'll see, brother. Come and hang out with your boy, man, tomorrow night if you can stand
Oh,
it, man.
I'll be back tomorrow night for sure.
My man, Chris. All right, brother. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow night, brother.
You too, Russ. All
All
right,
right, man.
brother.
All right,
Have
later.
a good one. Bye.
My man, Chris. All right, so I just turned the microphone off. So I'm hoping that the next person that calls in, I appreciate you, by the way. Yeah, you did say some poetic stuff too, Press. I apologize, man. Your boy's all jacked up. We try to turn this thing all the way up. For some reason, it does sound a little bit lower. It sounds good in my headphones, but it's not giving me as much juice as I usually get for some reason. I'm gonna have to hire a sound guy apparently. But let's see. You did hear the last part, Gene. Well, hopefully the next caller, bro, will be able to stink and get him in here then. If you heard that last stinking part, then that's outstanding. Maybe that fixed it. It's probably the Bluetooth. It's probably the stinking Bluetooth. So what we have so far is unfortunately you guys missed the ever so beautiful Preston, who picked Carolina 21-20, man. He seems to think that if at all possible, if they looked or they listened to the Russ's rant, or they listened to me, do a little bit of, motivational speaking, if you will, maybe they can go up there or go over there and get the stinking W. And then Chris called in, man, and said, hey, he's got to see it. 27 to stinking 16. He's got to see it, man. He's picking the Cal Bears right now. Which I tell you what's crazy, like I said, we're not looking for moral victories. But hell, dude, if they lost 27-16, I don't feel good about the rest of the season. But to me, that even insinuates that there's some kind of stinking fight, And at this point, I just want to see him punch back. You know what I mean? I just want to see the boys stinking punch back, man. Obviously a win would just be a stinking cherry on top, dude. I might not go to bed tomorrow night if we get the dub. But we'll stink and see, man. Nick said it's gonna be a late night tomorrow night, 100%, bro. John A, you see Gio Lopez is starting. I did see that on the unofficial depth chart, and I heard that he is practicing this week, so that'll be interesting, my friend. Nick said, I'm not going to lie, tell Steve that's actually how I felt about us when we played Notre Dame in the second half. Felt like you guys fought, but late they quit. Bosco, he really likes Max Johnson. We'll put it that way. I can't stand it when any football team just quits. Yeah, I don't understand it either, Nick. Don't understand it at all, dude. Preston said the Belichick film room consists of Russ's rant. Yeah, just put it on stink and repeat. Listen, if it was just me and the team, oh, dude, it would be so much more toxic, Preston. It would be toxic. I'm not going to stink and lie, dude. You'd be thinking we were going to war. You'd be thinking we were going to war, bro. What's going on, baby? You're on the phone with Russ. Who am I speaking to?
Yo, it's Vasco.
Vasco in the house. The biggest Max Johnson fan of all time, bro.
I know it's my birthday. He wished me happy birthday too. Yeah.
Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday, man.
Thanks, man. Big 18, you know.
Big 18, bro. Just young and spry, man. Young and stinking spry.
No, very, very young and spry. Young and sad with the state of this football team too.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, brother. Yep. So what you thinking, man?
I listen. Every week I pick UNC, right? Every week it's no matter what. I think I'm done. Picking UNC.
Okay.
I kind of need to. I want the 500. Here's what I think the score prediction is going to be. I know people might say it's outrageous, but we have not proved anything against any Power 4 team. Okay, and Cal's is probably going to do too much for us. 31-17, Cal.
31-17, Cal. Man, got Vasco off the stinking train. Now, does it matter? How big of a point spread do you think Gio and Max realistically? Because I can sense a lot of, like you said, man, I'm done picking Carolina until they show me. I want the $550. So I'm going to go with my gut here, 31-17 Cal. What point difference do you think Gio and Max make, if it any?
Here's the thing. Max didn't look bad against Clemson.
Right.
I don't want to hear anyone saying he looked bad against Clemson. That's the best defense we'll play all year.
Right.
Duke, NC State, all these teams have horrible defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson had probably has the best defense in the ACC, and the ACC is a pitiful defensive conference.
Right.
So here's my reasoning with Max. He doesn't throw interceptions. The way they're playing him is very conservative, which I think is much against how you should play Max Johnson. Understand that he's a pocket passer, can't really scramble. But, I think everyone should agree Max is better than Gio. All the UNC fans that were saying Gio was better than Max in that short stretch, I heard so many people saying we should start Gio instead of Max. And it makes me question the sanity of some of these Tar Heel fans, man.
Yeah.
It really makes me question it. What do you see from Gio that you're like, yeah, let's start him. Let's start the trash can over there.
Well, yeah.
I don't hate Gio.
Right.
Yeah. I don't hate Gio at all. Gio is a great guy.
Right.
It's just I want to win games, and I'd love if we beat Cal like right after my birthday, 18th birthday. Beat Cal, big win of the season. Finally, the statement win we needed. We're not going to do it.
Yeah. So do you think if for whatever reason let's just say that they threw that stinking unofficial depth chart out there just to throw off, Justin Wilcox and the Cal Bears, and they roll out 14, dude, and there he is, man, starting at quarterback for your North Carolina Tar Heels. Is that enough to change that stinking score prediction from 31-17 Cal to a UNC dub?
Of course.
Okay.
You know how much I support Max. You know how much I support him. I'm ride or die for that guy. He invited me to a cookout. I told him I can't go to Georgia. So, Max is a stellar guy, and I think he's the right guy. It's just, can Bill stop hitting his head against the wall? I want us to fire Bill now, but we're probably not going to be able to do that. Which is sad. I want James Franklin.
You're calling for a complete regime change, huh?
Yeah, I think most people should. The thing is with Mac Brown, right? I have my issues with Mac Brown. I do not like Mac Brown at all.
Yeah.
My thing with Mac is he didn't have these issues that we're hearing about on campus right now. We never heard these rumors.
Yeah.
This reminds me of not whenever we had to vacate all them wins in the 2010s, right?
Right.
It doesn't remind me of that, but it just reminds me of so many of these other programs that have frisky management. What's a good example? I'm thinking of a good example. It's hard to say. Whenever a team brings in a whole new coaching staff. Texas A&M, Jimbo Fisher.
Okay.
Jimbo Fisher. Reminds me of a Jimbo Fisher type of thing, which is an impulsive hire. That's what I always say Bill was, an impulsive hire. It makes me sad because Mac built something at least to build upon, and now Bill's just tearing it down, which breaks my heart. Really does.
That, man. I understand that. Now, you know that, I think most people know that I was completely on the Bill Belichick train. I personally,
which I was also on it too.
Yeah, I haven't given up hope to this point. I could not have in my wildest dreams envisioned or had the foresight to see such a pitiful product. So there's no way that I can sugarcoat or beat around the bush on that, man. I mean, this is the worst I've seen this program in a while, and that includes the 2018 team.
I don't know what team's better.
Yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that is I have my questions if we have an Anthony Ratliff-Williams or somebody who can take the I mean, at least Ratliff-Williams could take the top off of the defense, man. I just don't know if we've got that kind of game changer on the roster, that kind of game changer. Maybe Chris Culliver
on both sides of the ball.
On both sides of the ball, exactly, man. It's just a lot has to go right. Got to play a very clean football game in order for us to get out of there with a dub. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just hoping that we can show some progress. We can compete. We cannot be blown out, and I think that this is potentially a game in which we can maybe see that transpire. But like I said, I think this is a football team where we're gonna have to do everything right. Period. There's not a lot of room for error if you're gonna win any more football games. And
of course,
it's been a while since I felt like that. I mean, last year I thought that I felt like that. Like, goodness gracious, man, all we can do is run the football. We can't throw it. We got, we're very limited in what we can do. It's just hand it off to Omarion, and hopefully he can take us to the stinking promised land. And this year, I feel even more just like, what do we do? What is
we have nothing. We have no star on. I'm impressed with Juju, but he's only a freshman. There's only so much he can do.
Yeah. Well, I say I know. I was listening to a couple of podcasts, that were really saying, we should basically air it out. And, they don't think that we can run on this Cal defense. I think you give Juju and Benjamin Hall all they can stink and handle, dude. I say you run it right up the stinking gut, 3-4 yards a pop, and then you throw in some play action and take a couple shots just to try to, you have to connect on a couple of big plays, but you know, I'm I feel like I feel like we can have a little bit more success running the football than what I've heard people say. Um,
Well, Russ, the thing is with that, Freddie Kitchens isn't going to do the smart move here. We know what he's going to call. He's going to call an RPO play every time,
yeah,
or a screen pass, which genius play calling. We're down like it's 3rd and 15, screen pass. I really appreciate it.
yeah,
I really just enjoy that play calling. I don't even hate Steve. Steve is a great coordinator. I think. I think Steve is great. The Clemson game was just embarrassing.
right.
But like that's the one time I think Steve is, because that reminded me of Mac Brown defense, 100%.
Yeah, yeah. They play
I
better.
think everyone can agree.
toward the
Mac
tail
Brown.
end. Obviously, they had the second and third string guys in. I mean, when you give up 28 points in the first quarter and then you lose, you give up 38 for the game. Obviously, I think that they took their foot off the gas a little bit, but they played better towards the tail end of the game. It's just they started off so stinking bad. I'm hoping that we can see, at least defensively, a little bit of the tail end of that Clemson game, and that bleeds over somehow into Cal. But like I said, without Thaddeus Dixon out there, man, that's gonna be a little scary. Because I
Because
think
Dixon, to me,
what's that?
is probably our best defensive player.
Thad? Yeah.
Thad or that one rookie D lineman or something. I forget his name.
I'd say probably Andrew Simpson, man, is probably your next guy too. That
Yeah,
might
Andrew
be able
Simpson's
to,
good.
possibly make a roster on Sundays, but I don't know, man. We'll stink and see, bro. I just want the boys to go out there and stink and play with some pride. If you're not gonna play, for the state or the university or the fans or, have some pride in yourself and all the crap that everybody and their mom is talking about you, for the past 2 weeks, bro. Shut some people up, man.
Yeah.
You know.
If you're not going to show up to the game, don't show up at all.
Yeah. I completely.
That's what my
agree, bro.
coach told me.
I completely
That's what my
agree.
coach told me, and that's
Yep.
what I'll always say. That was
Yep.
all. Yeah. If you can't do that, it's high school coaching. It's high school coaching.
Right.
Well, man, I don't want to take too long here. I know other people need to get their predictions in and get calls. It's good talking to you, Russ.
Appreciate you, Bosco.
Big 18 now. It's good to talk to you, man.
Yes, sir, man. Happy
And
birthday again, brother.
everyone be safe. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you, man. Thank you.
right.
Everyone be safe. You
All
too.
right, brother. Later. My man Bosco, the big 1-8, dude. Oh, how I remember when I was stinking 18. So Preston's our lone positivity guy, man. He's our optimist, perpetual stinking optimist. 21-20, I'll take it. I'll take a dub any stinking way that I can. Chris said, "What about Lombardi's Saudi trip before the season started?" I don't really know too much about that, Chris, but I did hear that a bunch of coaches actually took the same trip. He wasn't the only one. That's what I've heard. I have not looked too much into it. So apparently a bunch of coaches went, and I don't think Carolina has done anything with it or anything like that. It's not like he came back with a whole bunch of money. So I don't know enough about it to actually comment on it, but I heard that he was not the only GM or agent of a school, if you will, that actually went out there and did that, man. Press said, get that dirty oil money. I'm good with it. Whatever pays the bills, right? Gene said, I think we're going to see all of Mac Brown's players leave next year, including Baker. Now, see, I think, Gene, that Max, if I was coaching Carolina, Max would get the nod because I want to see him against not the best defense that I'm going to play all season. I'm giving Max the ball out west, 6-year senior. I think he's got the pedigree, if you will. He's got the history against good competition that I want to see him play against a mid-level team, see what he can do. And then maybe if it doesn't work out at Cal, now we really start looking at, okay, let's start looking to the future, you know. But I don't want to base whether or not Max is QB1 on how he looked against a Clemson team, you know, with a lack of playmakers on that side of the football. That's just my personal opinion. Um, you know, but we'll stink and see, man. DJ said the Tar Heels secure a 34-31 victory over Cal in overtime. DJ, why would you stinking put that stinking bad juju on us, bro? And I'm not even talking about the win. I'm talking about the fact that that game would go into overtime and it's already a 10:30 kick on the stinking East Coast. Or we're going to be up till stinking 4 in the morning. Goodness stinking gracious. But you know what? If you said, hey, Russ, it's got to go into overtime for Carolina to win, dude, send us into freaking overtime, bro. I'll stink and stay up. I'll stay up for a 34-31 win in overtime against Cal, dude. I'll do it. I'll do that for you, DJ. I'll stink and do that for you, bro. I will do that for you, my friend. So, 919-590-3514. $550, man. Call into the show. Give me a score prediction. And let me know what you think about this daggone football game. We got a 10:30 kick tomorrow night. We will be live. I'm going to be coming in hot. I'm working security at a high school football game. And technically it ends at 10:30. So I may or may not be a couple minutes late. And more than likely, I'll be here on time. So don't fret if we ain't live at the kick. But I will probably be here at the kick. And then we're going to stink and muscle our way through that thing. Because let's just say that I will be sucking down energy drinks. I might have 2 or 3 during that football game just so I can stay awake. But we'll have a good time nonetheless, man. Hopefully. I mean, if it's a stinking 10:30 kick and all of a sudden, you know, Carolina start getting their asses handed to them, you guys know that I'm not going to, you know, oh, we're just going to sleep. I'm going to stick it out like a stinking soldier. But goodness gracious, please don't get down 28-3 out west and make me stay up until, you know, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and consume that. Don't do that to me, Carolina. Play for me, please. If you're not gonna play for anybody else, play for stinking Russ the Tar Heel, dude, so that I don't have to stink and stay up until 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, with another embarrassing stinking loss. I don't want, you know, as my family is sleeping, to be yelling in the stinking war room at the phone. So yeah, Hutch said Ramesses will start the stream if Russ is late. 100%, bro. Said it's gonna be Carolina's bowl game. Start some trouble tomorrow. Hey, you got to find out which game I'm at, Press. Pass. Speaking of Ramesses. Ramesses. Come here, boy. Ramesses got a haircut. Look at him. Look at him. He got a haircut, dude. He's almost naked. I know, buddy. I know. He's almost stinking naked right now. Love you, dude. Oh, my man. So, yeah, I got it. I got you, DJ. I got you. DJ is the he's the guy that doesn't have to call in, man. I got you, DJ. 34-31, brother. You are locked in, my friend. And I appreciate you, DJ. I appreciate you. You know I do, my friend. Shout out to stinking DJ, man. DJ just became a member of the Huddle Hooligans. And I can't thank you enough, man. Appreciate you so much, DJ. So, yeah, 919-590-3514. Hey, we got 15 people in here. I don't even know how many likes we got, man. But surely somebody else wants a shot at this 550 bones. Or, you know, I can just keep it in my pocket. But we got 4 people aside from myself. Little Russ. Sorry if I just yelled in here. Hey, come here real quick. We gotta get your score prediction. Hurry up, man. On the hop. On the stinking hop. Gene said, not sure if I heard your thoughts on Lombardi. I think you would be in this position if you had a different last name, not even related to that Lombardi. That's a good question, man. Let's just say that my personal opinion of him, from the knowledge that I know right now, or let's just say that's been fed to me, is let's just say it's like a really bad day at the stock market. It's tanked. Um, he's got a lot of stuff to clean up and a lot of explaining to do for me. And I do feel at this point that it may be more on his shoulders as far as putting this roster together, than I think Bill. And Bill is the one who's getting all the he's getting I mean Lombardi's getting it too, but Bill's obviously the face, so Bill's getting the crux of this thing. I think it may be more Lombardi, and I think that there is a kind of a learning curve and everything, but we'll see. He's got some stinking. He's got to get better. He's got to definitely do better, especially with this next class and everything. Hello, Russ. What you got, man? Carolina going out west, 10:30 kick against the Cal Bears out there in stinking Berkeley. 23-20, North Carolina, says the Little Russ. You're on the show. You're on the show. You can't call in, or you can go in the other room and stink and call into the show, but you're here in front of the whole stinking world right now. My man. Preston said you're his favorite Cowboy player. No, you have it. No, you have it. You got to call into the show. You gotta be a member. You got to call into the show, or DJ's got a reason. You're here, right? And I'm on the show. He's over here trying to stink and explain to me the rules. He's trying to hook you up, Easy Eats. I still love you, man. I still love you. But so Little Russ said 23-20 Carolina. We actually got 2 picks for Carolina, man. Actually a little surprising. And Little Russ picking the heels actually gives me a little hope. I don't know why, but I got kind of the warm and fuzzies when he did that. That might even be the stinking final score, boys. 23-20. I'm a little envious right now. I don't know what he's going to do with $550, but I tell you what, if Little Russ wins that kind of money, I'll probably follow him around with a stinking, we'll film him, dude. We'll film him, and I just think it'll be I won't tell him what to spend it on. I won't tell him what to do with it, whether he decides to invest it into the stock market or he decides to go and spend it on, video game tokens or something like that. We'll just film it, bro. We'll do a little science experiment and see how an 11-year-old kid who's just left to his own devices spends $550 if he stinking wins the money. I don't know what I would do with that kind of money. That's like $1 million, bro. Here you go, Russ. Here's 550 bones. Oh, man. Dude, how do I spend all this? Nobody else, man. 919-590-3514. Nobody else want to give it a shot? Call into the show. Let me know what you think about this football team. Let me know what you think about Bill, Lombardi, whoever the heck it is, man. Let me know what's going on, dude. Let me know what's thinking going on. We got about 15 more minutes that we got scheduled, and then it's going to be stinking bedtime. But shout out to Rich Living 38, man, for the $1.99. I appreciate you, brother. Let me get you up here on the leaderboard with my guy Nick. Rich Living in the house. I appreciate you for the $1.99, my friend. Shrink this down so it don't look so ridiculous. Yeah, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Get a big old and in there. There we go. Hi, guys. Nick and Rich living in the stinking house. Helping me keep these daggum lights on. So, all right. Well, if nobody else wants to give it a shot, ain't no sense in y'all just sitting here looking at my ugly face. So, don't forget, man, 10:30 tomorrow night. 10:30. Oh, you forgot to add your, here, I'll read it for you, Rich Living. Forgot to add my message, but what would your dream head coach be for UNC if Bill gets canned? Goodness gracious. I mean, before the season, I would have said Bill. My dream, if I could just like shut my eyes, snap my fingers, bro, and he would be the stinking head coach of my North Carolina Tar Heels with all the money in the world if Bill got canned. I don't know, man. You're putting me on the spot right now, dude. I mean, for whatever reason, just because he's proven that he can win with a lot of money, I might add, which Carolina apparently is, coming into some money. I'm gonna go with Dave from Ohio State, dude, just because he's been there, done that. I didn't say I have to like him. I didn't say that I have to think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but the guy is thinking one, and he has utilized the talent and the money at his disposal, and he's still winning. And so if I could just snap it right now, just off the top of my head, right, without really delving deep into this thing, yeah, I'm going to get the guy that's winning national championships. Probably 2 years ago, I'd say Kirby Smart. I'd still stinking love to have Kirby just because he's been there, done that. But that's the question you asked, Rich, and that's what I got, brother. I'm gonna go with the national championship winning coaches, man. We'll go with Kirby and or Day from Ohio State, just because they stinking been there, done that. Gene said Lanning or Freeman. I actually like the idea of a Freeman being at North Carolina. I think he's a really disciplined coach, and I think that I think he'd look good in Carolina blue, man, and I think he'd bring a lot of structure to the program. I don't think that'll, how do you leave Notre Dame though? That's kind of the question. I think Lanning has a better chance of leaving Oregon than Freeman does leaving Notre Dame. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Rich said TJ Yates, Tar Heel blood, quarterback coach of the Atlanta Falcons and former Tar Heel. So you want to go back to the family? You want to keep it back in house, man? I don't know, bro. I don't know. A lot of guys are, so far what we've seen from Bill and the NFL guys, a lot of guys are really calling for, college dude. I'm not gonna mind, to be honest with you, a guy like that. I brought up a couple of guys, just some guys with some swag, dude. That can get some good guys around them. I brought up Switz. He's got some swag. I think he translates in living rooms. With TJ Yates, I really like Bryn Renner. I think Bryn Renner reminds me of me a little bit. I don't know about the coaching pedigree or anything like that, but just a stinking dog, dude. Just a stinking dog. I don't know, man. Get a dog in here, dude. I tell you what, though, after Bill is gone, I am 100% done. You're going to have to be under the age of 50 to take this job from here on out, for sure. For stinking sure. What's up, Chicken David James? So we got 10 minutes, man. We got 10 minutes. If you're going to call into the show, man, if you want this 550 bones, 919-590-3514. Thank God Preston squared us away because I was giving you guys the wrong phone number. Russ, how come we can't get a hold of you? I don't know. I have no idea, boys. Gene said, need to hear from Dennis. I need some optimism right now. Yeah. Dennis is probably listening. He's actually probably listening to the show. He might be working, though. He might be stinking working. Hey, have fun on that cruise, Chicken David James. Hope you have fun on that cruise, man. You ain't missing nothing, dude. 12 o'clock kick. I can't miss the game, but Chicken David James said he wants James Franklin. I hear you. I'd love to have him as an OC right now. I'd love to have him as a stinking OC. Yeah, 100% Preston. Some guys that kind of know the lay of the land. I agree, dude. I agree. I think that's one of the interesting things that we're going to really have to pay attention to over the course of the next couple of weeks, man, is there any adjustments, right? Have we learned anything? Or we've heard the learning curve. You know, we've learned that we keep hearing that right now. There's a learning curve. Okay, when does that curve start to show itself? When do we start showing that we're actually learning? You know, we've learned, you know, the lay of the landscape, man. You know, we'll see, dude. We'll stink and see. Sandwich between drunk 30-year-olds? Yeah, have fun with that, my friend. Just make sure that you're not completely, you know, and I say this, please don't take this out of context. Just make sure that you're not completely sober, because when you're completely sober and you're sandwiched in between drunk 30-year-olds, goodness gracious, bro, that's obnoxious to say the stinking least. That's obnoxious to say the least, because they're not going to be quiet. No matter how disinterested you look, you know, as you're just trying to enjoy your drink at the bar, they're going to talk your stinking head off. But, yeah, we'll stink and see. Still seems like he could possibly be a tad bit stubborn. Yeah, just a little bit. That's a good call, Press, man. You've always been very keen on those things. Surprised you weren't a detective. It's not too late, Press. Not too late, bro. I'm sure they're hiring somewhere over there. You have to get your magnifying glass out to see that one. But yeah. Well, I tell you what, if nobody else wants to give me a call, man, and nobody else wants this 550 bones, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with your stinking boy late on a Thursday night. Early morning for me, long work day, and then like I said, man, I'll be in here at 10:30 on the stinking dot. Hopefully, I'll let you guys know on the channel, man, if I'm running behind just a little bit. But 10:30, man, y'all take a nap, and that way you guys can stink and keep me up as we're going into the early hours, the witching hour, if you will, watching the stinking hills on the West Coast, man. So I love you guys. I appreciate all that you stinking do, man. If you haven't already, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe to the daggum channel, man. Make sure you come and hang out with your boy tomorrow night at 10:30 as Carolina goes to the West Coast, and they show him who's stinking boss, man. Hopefully, fingers stinking crossed. Anyway, love you guys, and we'll holler at you on the next one, man. Go Heels, baby.